My name's Tabria and I'm making voter guides for every single state for the midterms this year, and today we're doing Pennsylvania. Y'all don't have traditional early voting, but you can request a ballot and technically vote early by mail or in person. You do have close primaries and you need to be a registered Democrat or Republican to vote on their respective ballots. I'm just gonna go over your US reps and only focus on your open and swing districts. Real quick before I start, Philadelphia School Board just voted to shut down 17 schools, which is insane. Please remember who those school board members are because they were appointed by your mayor who is up for re-election in 2027. All right, for District 1, you'll have Brian Fitzpatrick, who positions himself as a moderate Republican, and he was one of the few that voted against the big beautiful bill, but those conservative values will always show out. The standout candidate is Bob Harvey, and I only say standout because he's raised over $1 million, but he's your run-of-the-mill Democrat, focuses on kitchen table issues and not really progressive at all. I like Lucia Simonelli. She's very intelligent, has worked in government before, and is very thoughtful, but her funding just isn't there, and I don't think she has that it factor to compensate for that. So for District 3, you'll have the opportunity to get a real progressive in office, and that's with Chris Rabb. He literally covers everything on his campaign website. I didn't have to go searching for a thing. Every micro and macro level issue, from police misconduct and local infrastructure to Medicare for all and overhauling the Supreme Court. He's an absolute yes. District 7, I know everybody is getting behind Bob Brooks, but something just felt off to me about him. And then I came across this article, albeit it was by Fox News, but he said some questionable things in the past, like calling Kaepernick as a douchebag. He was on some All Lives Matter stuff in 2020, posted a conservative gun rights meme. Now this was at least 5 years ago, and people can change, right? But when I'm trying to decide on candidates, I look for their commentary on certain moments. When ICE agents killed Alex Peretti and Renee Good, the Iran War, and my latest one is the Supreme Court decision to dismantle the Voting Rights Act. Bob Brooks doesn't really speak directly on his socials at all. He did have a picture from a No Kings rally, also posted about the increasing gas prices, nothing about the Voting Rights Act, and he posts every day. And I'm really not trying to be a single issue voter, but it's such a big deal, and it specifically disenfranchises Black voters. It just gives me extreme pause. Then I looked at Ryan Croswell. He's a federal prosecutor that served in the Trump administration, which I guess is fine, but he's a former Republican and only been a Democrat for a couple years. I need you to put in a little more time than that. That leaves Lamont and Carroll. I'm not hearing enough directly from Lamont on his socials, and he doesn't clearly list what he stands for on his website. So that leaves Carol Orobondo Durstein. She has a fleshed out platform. She's pro everything we care about. And this is one of the more diverse swing districts with a significant Hispanic population. So I think she actually has a shot. In District 8, there's only one Dem running, and that's Paige Cognetti. She's the mayor of Scranton, so since Michael Scott would be a constituent of hers, I'm all in. I'm kidding. She is more center than progressive, but on a scale of Bernie to Trump, Bresnahan is right here, and Cognetti would at least get you over that line, which is what we need. District 10, all I see y'all do is complain about Scott Perry. In the last election, Janelle Stelson only lost by 5,000 votes. I know y'all can flip this seat. Justin Douglas is the progressive here, and I love his platform. I just think Janelle eventually will take it, but I encourage you to give Justin your vote in the primary. Show them that you want more progressives in office. That is it for Pennsylvania, and now it's time for your homework. Be sure you're registered to vote and periodically check your registration in case of any funny business going on. Check your sample ballot and polling place so you know what you'll be voting on beforehand. Share this with 3 friends online and offline so we can get as many people to the polls as possible. And next up is Montana.